So welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here. More stream battles. Here we go. Oh, that looks like a bit of a fierce team. I feel like he's going to lead the Jolteon into my Drifblim, and that could make things pretty nasty. So can I outread the Jolteon, go into the Pheromosa? Oh yeah, I need Timid. In my last battle, I realized I said I needed to change my Togekiss to Modest. No, I need to change it to Timid, because I have the Modest. I'm getting outsped by everything. That's a correction I want to make. I was like, I want to lead Clefable. Clefable does good, except Marowak's still, like, crazy damage sometimes. See, like, he has good stops, too. Like, we respond to each other's teams pretty well, I feel. I think leading Pheromosa might be my safest option. And the idea behind this team is that, like, coming off of the Pheromosa ban, I wanted to make, like, the most Smogon triggering team I could for when I went to SakuraCon. I went to SakuraCon. Unfortunately, there wasn't even a single battle tournament at SakuraCon, and that really, like, I don't understand why, and I wonder how the rules would have been doubles, VGCs, Smogon. Who knows what, like, tournament rules are going to be these days. But I was thinking, alright, if someone just sees me as a Pokemon player, or someone's like, oh, Verlisify, I'm going to go and, you know, beat him in a Pokemon battle, because now it's my time to get him, or something like that, I was just going to bring the most triggering team possible. We got Minimize, Baton Pass, on top of the Pheromosa into some other hacks. So, that's why I'm running this the way I am. Marowak. Ooh. He wants to Flare Blitz, doesn't he? And Pheromosa, with the Flare Blitz damage, is not going to be enough. It's like a lot of sick things could happen right now. Like, I could just switch. Ooh, I don't have a good switch for I was like, in my mind, I said, I can switch into Toxapex, and I didn't bring Toxapex this game. Togekiss can endure a Flare Blitz. I just don't want him to Shadow Bone, and that could have me first. And Marowak has a high enough defense to where if I steal his Flare Blitz, it's not going to be enough damage. So, I'm kind of weak to Ghost on this team setup. And again, and like with this team, I wasn't really trying to make anything super, ultra, hyper, amazingly competitive. I was just like, I want to just make a triggering team for fun and lulz, and then see if the fun and lulz play out. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, good thing I did what I did. Burn Togekiss, it doesn't want that, but it wants it more than it wanted it last generation, or doesn't want it less. I don't remember if that's the correct usage of double negatives, but because of the 1/16th burn, Togekiss can handle a burn in this generation much better than the last one, and I don't think I have to worry about too much scariness. Alright, Marowak's just going to protect it out. Turning that 1/16th into a 1/8. Will-O-Wisp protects, I'm guessing Flare Blitz, Shadow Bone, so maybe no ground option, so Toxapex would have been safe in this setup. Shadow Bone still does a lot of damage. Like, Marowak hurts. That's not the worst. Withdrew. Okay. I like his best Ooh, Celesteela. I was about to say his best response is Jolteon, I thought. But you can go into his Celesteela. That's going to be the Air Slash. And, I can't really get much done that I need to. Yeah. This team has some emphasis on some vulnerabilities that I don't really want to be dealing with, because yeah, the Pheromosa, like the Marowak just deals so well with the Pheromosa. Oh my god, guys, we already found a way to stop Pheromosa so soon, so easily. Like, it just ghost type Pokemon, like, just wreck Pheromosa. So he's got that Mad Sustain, he's got that Mad Leech Seed. I feel like he's just got the Heavy Slam, so that's going to be boosted damage on top of my Minimize. And I'm just going to kind of see what he goes for with all this. Because I still have Citrus Berry. So, I'm going to stockpile for defenses. I'm going to see what he wants to do with the Celesteela, or what he wants to do with the rest of his team. If I can get free defenses before he brings in Jolteon, maybe I can cheese the survival. Maybe I can get a little bit of extra done. That's going to be my stockpiles, and he has the Heavy Slam. So yeah, he wanted to go for that boosted Minimize damage, and I wasn't going to let that happen. But that still hurts. If I can go hard plus defenses, though, and Baton Pass that into Scizor, I think that can open this battle back up for me. And I'm going to get a lot of defenses before he gets too much of a chance to respond. And now, If he switches, the Leech Seed is going to proc my Citrus Berry, so I'm going to be faster than his Jolteon when it comes back in. Then, do I want to gamble a Minimize? Okay, withdrew the Celesteela. Salamence. Intimidate. I don't know if that was like intentional intimidate, just to like kind of wall out my options of going into Pheromosa or the Scizor. Scizzor's gonna not struggle against Marowak because it's faster and knock off his insane amounts of damage. If he goes Mega, I have Defense. The Leech Seed is kind of like the biggest concern. I think I can get a Minimize. I'm confident I can get a Minimize. And then I'll go into the Scizor. I'll try to gain stats faster than Salamence. And then we'll see what happens. And if he misses, I guess... Oh, it's like, do I go for another Minimize? He withdrew? Tapu Lele. Psychic Surge. Okay. Well, I mean, Weird Battlefield isn't the worst. Like, Scizor could just be setting up and roosting there during those turns for survival. It can do some other things. And because of the +2, I want Drifblim to stay in on this Tapu Lele and get another Minimize and then Baton Pass. I gotta gamble. The way that the rest of this battle is looking, I gotta gamble. And I think that's safe enough for Clefable as well. Like, I could either go into Clefable? What is he doing? Salamence. Is there something I'm missing here? Because I don't understand what's happening right now. That all of these switches just means Drifblim gets free. Now, we go into Clefable, and then we can, like, survive his team until we get to the Marowak. But Marowak eventually hurts itself to Flare Blitz pretty massively. Or with Scizor, I can just Swords Dance through these turns. I also have Roost. I think Scizor can close the battle out. Okay, never mind. I need to look at his team for a bit. Like, Toxapex could burn me. We have Will-O-Wisp. No, Will-O-Wisp isn't a bad thing, because I can just knock off the Marowak whenever I need to. Except I'm -2, so... If I Baton Pass now and he switches into Marowak, that could be really bad. And then I go for Swords Dance +0 on the Marowak. I think Clefable is just my better option for, like, withstanding his team. And even though I do have to deal with the Leech Seed, I can Calm Mind his shenanigans, but then Toxapex can wall me. And Scizor doesn't have to worry about that as much, unless I go +6, and then like 2 Moonblast should still be pretty solid onto the Toxapex. Oh, it's so difficult. I don't know what to do in this situation, because after 4 turns, that's going to be the equivalent of a Moonlight. I only have 8 of those, but he's not going to be doing damage. The Intimidate... See, the thing is, I just don't want to get Will-O-Wisp. Oh wait, I have Minimize boosting, though. There's Minimize in play. That makes it so... Alright, let's gamble on the Scizor, then. Let's gamble on Scizor, because I have Minimize. So that means I should have free turns to do a lot of what I want to do. And went for Dragon Dance. That's fine. That's fine. Let's hope I made the right decision. So like I said, the worst case scenario would have been Marowak coming in at some point when I'm at a situation that I can't deal with it. So let's just Mega Evolve into Swords Dance and get as much stats as we can. Because eventually he could go like +3 on the Salamence, start gaining advantage over my Clefable while I'm still trying to set up Calm Minds for the Moonblast. But that +2, that Moonblast is gonna wreck him. Showing his Z move. +1 into my +2 though. Z move ignoring the evasion. And for oh! Wow, that's unfortunate. That's game. in like the most unlucky way ever. See, you just can't, like, that's how Pokemon works, guys. You never know everything that's going to happen. Because I saw it, I was like, oh, Z move, how bad could it be? Who's got the fire Z move on a Salamence, though? And then if I went Clefable, I could have just, like, calm-minded through a lot of it. Game's done. Game is over. So yeah, like if I win the Clefable, like then like Toxapex is a problem, Marowak is a problem, but like I think I could have just like +6'd over them on the Calm Minds. And the Inferno Overdrive, like that's it, because I was gambling on the evasion, and I was like, oh, he's not gonna have a Fire Z move on his team randomly. And then he goes into Toxapex, and yeah, then he can Toxic. So actually, but Toxic could have missed for the invasion a couple times. I could have gotten enough for the Moonlight, and then I could have maybe swept before that got bad. So that's also why I want to go in Scizor, because that could just knock off Toxapex. Loses its sustain, boom, just tap it out. It's just the Firium Z 0.1% usage Salamence. Ooh, Poison Jab. See, he doesn't even have Toxic, he has Poison Jab! So I think actually the Togekiss, or not Togekiss, Clefable would have been the best to do. And I'm just so tanky. That Poison Jab was super effective, guys. We gotta remember that. And I thought, like, what's he gonna do? Like, Z... I don't know. Like, I didn't know. Like, there was so many things that he could have done that weren't that. That would have been fine. As long as I keep not getting poisoned by this, I'm feeling pretty good about that as well. That's another Calm Mind, and then we Moonlight because we're just faster. I'm worried if he's going to try to make me feel comfortable. Like, if he switches now into Celesteela, I don't want to be at half against Celesteela, though. I could go for Flamethrower for, like, some shenanigans. I'm predicting to Celesteela switch, because I think that's going to be scarier damage than the Marowak. Because I'm going faster than Marowak, and I can Moonlight over it. Yes! 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 Even when the RNG is against me, I'm still good enough at this game. Now, I know the +3 isn't going to be enough to KO the Celesteela, but still, I wanted just to have that damage behind me to make it feel like I could do something, and I get the burn. So that feels pretty solid. So we're negating leftovers. I wanted to know what that felt like. Okay. It's tank. It has to be tank if it has that Leech Seed as well. We bought an extra turn on the leftovers. I'm faster than the rest of... Ooh. Oh, what do we do, guys? What do we do? So we look at his team. Lele outspeeds me, and... Well, but I have the... So here's the thing. Except for the Salamence. And if I go for Flamethrower, KO him after he does Heavy Slam, we're kind of boned. If he goes for Leech Seed this turn, expecting me to heal, we're not as boned, but we're still pretty boned. Like, I made the one good play for the team. That's all that I wanted. But yeah, like, so... I'm guessing that's a special Salamence, maybe. Or maybe it just has the Overheat, Z Overheat next to Dragon... Yeah, it's Dragon Dance, so it's physical. But it just had this weirdness behind it. Tapu Lele, see, the special attackers, Salamence is the biggest threat, and then I'm faster than everything else. I don't know how much damage a Heavy Slam's gonna do, because I'm full defensive, and he might be tank. But I guess we just Moonlight for safety. Leech Seed. See, that would have been the prediction to make. But because of this Moonlight, I'm just going to be at higher health. So I guess that works. And we are only losing 1/8 or 1/16 of our health because of the Leech Seed. Oh. Oh. So brutal. So I mean, I guess now I throw down Flamethrower. And we see where it goes. Because now Salamence is the biggest threat. Does he have reason to switch into Salamence right now? Ooh, no, See, I can't heal. I have to eat the Heavy Slam. I have to be Leech Seeded while eating the Heavy Slam. I could kill off Celesteela. Celesteela isn't a problem for my team, though. Except for Togekiss. Maybe we can get this Flamethrower out of here. Withdrew. and Marowak. That's not the... Like, I'm faster, so Moonblast should still be good damage. Right? Not enough damage, though. He's gonna Flare Blitz himself for a lot. I think I can get a... Wait, no, he has the Will-O-Wisp Protect. He can't have anything else that's scary then. Like, if he Will-O-Wisp me, that's the scariest thing that could happen. Because I don't need to be taking 3/16 of my health per turn. Did I disconnect? Oh god, I hope I did not disconnect, because this battle was going in such a good direction. Is my stream dead? Is it... communication with other trainer interrupted. Does that mean they disconnected or I did? It says I'm connected to the... That is like the most unfortunate thing ever. I don't even know how we resolved that. Yeah, he just said in chat, no, it DC'd. And I think it looks like he DC'd because I'm still connected and I'm still streaming, so that means my internet didn't die. The most saddening... What happened? Like, that battle was could have gone anywhere. I don't even know what to say about that then. I don't even know what to say about that. We're gonna resolve this with chat somehow then. Okay, so after looking at chat and after thinking about the scenario and whatnot, it's still like a really close call. I think we just have to call that like one of the most pure draws in the history of Pokemon, because I had like win condition on Clefable against a lot of his Pokemon depending on what the damage ranges were and how the survival went. That because of the... Like, the problem is that that battle cannot be recreated. Like, maybe if a DC 5 minutes in, you can repair that game state. You can just kind of, like, play through as it happened and kind of get there. But the mentality of that game, the predictions of that game were just so insane. Like, when I made that Celesteela prediction, like, that was when I swung it back into my favor to a potential win. And then looking at the Marowak's damage versus what it could have done to my Clefable even, I was losing 1/8 per health if he went for the Will-O-Wisp versus me going for Moonlights. I still had, like, tons of healing left on my side, and he didn't have enough to, like, just raw KO me. So then I could just, like, land the Moonblast, wall out all of his... I had effectively wall power against a lot of his Pokemon, and then I still had all my Pokemon left. Like, if Marowak died to Clefable, then we just have Pheromosa come in and clean up. If he switches out Marowak, then there's a risk I can make a prediction and get it. But also at the same time, he just had control over me with a lot of his team. The Salamence was still scary. I lost my big... Like, I lost most of my team with the Drifblim set up into the Scizor. So I didn't get any of that. And also, just the unfortunateness of that battle that I had to overcome. Like, I still want to really post this battle for how ridiculous it was. And then just kind of leaving it on that note to end forever with. But there we go, guys. Hope you all enjoyed what was there of the battle. And I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.